They have not missed a final in GC as a team. Of course, only had that one tournament loss to EG back in the day as version 1. So a legacy to hold up for Shopify against a Ghost who has been making a name for themselves in this tournament so far. Looked great in the second 2 maps of that opening match. But now you gotta beat them twice if you want to stay alive.
Yeah, that task going to become more and more difficult for Ghost Gaming. Uncharted territory for Shopify, but we'll see what they're going to be doing on the defense side. Ghost Gaming do have this comp pivot, though. Eli switching things up and moving on to the ISO, and already opening things over towards that B side.
Yeah, this team loves to brawl together. No surprise to see them start fast up mid here, looking for the B split.
Yeah, already sliding on in here. But Lydia popping down through mid, turns away from the flash, but the time spent on that turn means Ghost spin right back around. And now Noya feeling that pressure mount from behind. A wall to keep her covered for now, and the shield doesn't even matter. Noya stepping up already in this opening pistol round. Vanitas left alone now and put into that brutal position. Noya will just win this round by herself.
The Des highlighted her. Noya was an absolute hero for Shopify in the series they played against Ghost in that opening round. And she's stepping up here again. I thought the round was going to be cooked even earlier on with that position for Lydia, having that opportunity to jump down on a timing. But she ended up missing out and meant that Noya had no help at all. If she dies in that position, it is suddenly such a difficult retake for Shopify to manage to win out. But the clutch queen of GC does it again. She's very good in those spots.
Wait, she's the queen now too? I thought she was the
That's
president.
what I've been hearing. Well,
oh my
there's
god.
a lot of titles going around because, you know, Mel was co-streaming the last games. That seems to be the new title for her. I'm just trying to keep up with the times, you know?
Right, yeah. You're already getting ready for your trip to London, I guess. We'll see.
Yeah, bring back the monarchy.
Noya certainly is. Give her a chance here. Ghost Gaming, they've only got classics.
Noya has suspended habeas corpus on the B side.
Oh god, no! And now Alexis just jumps straight in there for an easy kill. I guess Ghost Gaming, they're like, you know what, we got the plant down. Not too bad. Eli's already halfway to the kill contract with the ISO, and hey, few classic kills. I brought this down into a 2-on-2. Still Dodo holding out with the Outlaw. And Gia down on 30 HP, so all things got hairy for a moment. Unless Gia can pick something up.
Time's ticking.
Hard to imagine a world. Now jumping through that smoke, it's another beautiful kill from Gia. But there should just be enough time now for Noya to defuse the spike and take a second sketchy round for SRG.
Yeah, Chris, I was definitely imagining a world for a moment there on that retake. Impressive stuff from Ghost. Those were the kinds of rounds where I think Shopify lost the series to Ghost previously. I don't feel like them falling to the lower bracket was necessarily some bad approach to how they wanted to play the game from the get-go, or their macro being super off. To me, it felt like the biggest issues were losing late rounds, not being able to stand up to Ghost in the team fighting, not trading off each other. The fundamental stuff that historically Shopify has been the absolute best at, but with the incredible individualism Ghost has, they got punished in that last game. So I'm really looking to see the learnings there. I already got to see some of them in Shopify's other lower bracket games on this run.
Well, now for SRG, the fact that they only had the one player survive means it is truly a decent save option for them. They went ahead and upgraded into a few sheriffs while Ghost Gaming just hang out back and spawn to see if any early aggression comes down.
Yeah, they're really expecting Shopify to go for something here. But with the embed player deep mid, Shopify pretty happy for now. They'll start to send a forward walk and they read into an A finish. There will be 3 players here.
Lydia breaks the drone, falls on back. I mean, with how far Noya has made it on the B side, it makes the stack pretty simple.
Yeah.
Ghost Gaming haven't done much in terms of selling anything on the B side.
Getting that harbor all out early does feel good, though. Won't have that tool later. Shopify kind of stuck, just anchoring backside together, looking to maybe refighting with this utility off of Seraph's contact.
Yeah, gonna need some openers here with the Sheriff. Dodo a little bit far away, and that's the only upgrade with the Bulldog. What's there gonna be? No one clears the left corner. Eli just drops like a ragdoll. And now 25 seconds left. Ghost Gaming need to make it out. Khaleesi somehow gets the job done. Okay, it's all good. another round where I'm sort of holding my breath, like maybe Shopify can do it, but Khaleesi says no.
It literally requires a complete 180 slide kill from her. If you're just tuning into the tournament, reminder, we are playing on the Neon Nerf patch. Seemingly, Khaleesi does not care. That's nice from Noya, though. 1v3 now.
Yeah, you've got the Queen on one side, you got Khaleesi on the other. A little bit confusing as, again, Noya finds another. Some 1v1s afforded over, and Gio will eventually get through it on 11 HP. Ghost Gaming have their first of the day.
Don't know how much of a fan I am of giving Noya 4 back-to-back 1v1s, but they close it out in the end, and nothing more is afforded to her. That round.
You're lucky she didn't have a gun.
Yeah, that should have been free because of the damage done in round 2. Now Rifle's actually online for Shopify. In the first couple rounds, they've done a good job of getting Dodo into these forward embeds in mid. I'm looking to see them continuing to do that and how Ghost answers. And well, the answer may just be that they go into sight hits. They're very good at simplifying, just fighting together, especially with this new double duelist comp.
Once again, Shopify walks down into mid. Now shield up from Eli, and it's going to be quite the fight here, but this off angle from Lydia is nice, and Sarah swings right in time to catch 2 extra players turning to deal with that harbor. Ghost Gaming, tough spot now, nowhere really to maneuver, as they'll just wander hopelessly into Shopify's crosshairs. That was a nasty shot, and Sarah's fairly low.
We think there could be a flank, but it's coming really late into this round.
Yeah, Vanitas has to
work
work
forward.
forward.
Sarah, but that's disappearing now with Noya arriving.
I can't get that option to Noya, and now that flank online. A little bit too much time spent down, trying to hunt that 2 HP Sova. Shopify just melted them on the mid-fight.
Yeah, Ghost did not look aware at all that there could be players walked into that position in mid, which shows to me that they didn't figure it out in those earlier rounds as well, that that's where those fast rotates were coming from. So, again, I think finding it solved, how you're dealing with the mid control is going to be key. Nice shots from Dodo and Sarah to follow up on the good positioning, though.
And mowed down at the end. So now Ghost Gaming onto a save round for themselves. Have a Neon ult if they want to try and get something done into the site. The last time it was a B hit, Noya just simply melted the players running into the site. This time, it's a 1-for-1, and Eli does excellent work with the shields. Still on full HP there. Sari's going to spot those players coming over. And fall on back as the kill contract comes down. That's going to be a 1-on-1 for Eli. Eli with 3 now into the round has single-handedly brought this to Ghost's side. And Shopify don't have any space to play with. They're still stuck in mid. Throw up that harbor wall to cut this site in 2. It's still just the 1 rifle for Ghost. Eli's going to need to a little bit more. The repositioned back sight. Player drops right to their shoulder. And now on for the ace is Eli. A beautiful round, but not quite there.
At least they tried.
Brought Dodo down so low, and Dodo's going to step right out of the corner. It's a heartbreaker that Dodo is able to steal this one right back, sticking it all the way to the end. And Shopify have it. They're 4th in Red Bull clutch.
Just a second to spare there for Dodo to win out the round. And it felt like she should have done enough there for Eli. The shield was getting an honestly insane amount of value. You see here, spray transfer attempt, shield saves her. In the ice vault, saves her as well, and then these are just straight up duels. And you know that if you have that mentality most players do, you're not thinking about the 4 big kills you got, you're thinking of that last whiff that cost you the round.
Not just
it's
that,
such
but
a big
also,
chance.
Yeah, 2 ultimates spent into that eco round to see if anything could be done, which the chances were certainly there. So Ghost Gaming, they liked what they saw on that last B execute. This time there's 3 players. Alexis steps in to instantly be ready to respond. That's going to be the harbor ult now. It's a guide Marceline on this Neon up into the site, but that extra element of Alexis, and now a flash getting popped right out of the other side of the smoke, steps Lydia into the fray. Dives on back for just a moment, just dancing around these smokes. It's nice footwork from Lydia, but it's still a 2-on-2 into the post plant.
Dodo's been working on a flank the entire time, though. And with the drone coming up through mid, it should buy her time to get into position.
Swings out and catches Vanitas on the reload. Vanitas had been holding that angle for 5 seconds before the swing comes online. It's a brutal timing to be caught. Now Sari, without control of the spike, less than a minute to play with, and Shopify have been able to just post up in B main.
Sarah can hold both angles from this one spot. She's ready for exactly where Sari's going to swing from.
30 seconds left.
On the crouch, Sarah anticipates it. That'll be a 5th now for Shopify. And again, I was really liking what I was seeing from both Lydia and Alexis moving around on this site. Typically, it's been the Noya show, but whether it was the flashes from Alexis and then Lydia playing off of that to the movement, it constantly kept Ghost guessing.
I think the sign of teams that are good on this map right now is around the timings in which they're using the harbor walls. I think in VCT and GC and everything, we've seen a lot of teams that really waste that utility early and kind of like dump it before they can actually flood into the sites. But I think that throughout this game as a whole, Lydia's had good discipline for the most part as to when she's putting that util in. And here, recognizing that they actually had the right stack, that anchor cove is even more difficult to deal with because you just can't spam it. You start spamming, she has a perfect chance to swing and get the kill onto you. So good stuff from Shopify. Ghost now, I think as they go into this timeout, a lot of it for me is figuring out how to deal with Shopify constantly having fast rotates through mid. I think every round now, they've managed to either get a player embedded there or refight into that space to get heavy onto the side where Ghost is hitting. And to me, that's the biggest issue right now for Ghost losing these late rounds.
Yeah, I feel like Ghost, it's been a little bit one-dimensional in a way in terms of how they're hitting the sites. I would really like to see them work bottom mid a little bit more. I think their mid controls usually come through elbow when they want to fight into the space, got owned the one round, and then have shied away from it entirely. Seem to rely pretty heavily on just popping into these sites with the shields.
You have to have a little fear this round. Dodo did have enough money in the bank to threaten having an operator. She doesn't buy it.
I mean, even the Outlaw would be good enough. Although, one of the benefits you get with this ISO is by having the shield and that push wall to block bullets. The op is a little bit harder to find value on. And, well, Eli's not going to be finding any value this game. Look how aggressive Lydia and Alexis have played these last 2 rounds, stepping in front of enemy utility, in front of enemy smokes, and just taking the fights that Ghost are not anticipating in any way. They think they have some amount of safety.
Yeah.
But that duo has been fierce.
I really like how decisive Shopify is in this map so far. One of the problems I was seeing with their last game against Ghosts was even when they had advantage, they were oftentimes like holding back, kind of waiting for their opponents to make a mistake. With how good these players are, I think they should be pushing the advantage more, just looking to get aggressive, prove that you're the better team. And I think they've done a great job of that in this map, whether it's the fast flood retakes, whether it's these very decisive fights into mid. It's all looked really good and really coordinated from Shopify.
Yeah, I mean, Alexis has quickly catapulted to the top of the leaderboard with 9 kills after playing a great anchor on these last couple of rounds and playing that very aggressive style, looking for those fights.
We also saw in some of the previous series for Shopify, some of the roles get a little bit weird with Mel stepping out of the roster and having to swap stuff around. This one, so normal. You get Lexi on KO. She's great on that role. Fragging out so far is Dodo. Fight bottom mid.
Oh.
It's a tag from that op.
Yeah, bullet went straight through that wall there, so doesn't get the full kill on Dodo. Now
She's
Eli
still going.
only needs to land 1 bullet on the Jet. But do we have the confidence to step forward onto the angle?
It's kind of a nasty off angle. You have a lot to worry about when you swing this.
Playing so close on the crouch. Dodo just needs to land the first bullet. And then this round is blown wide open from Ghost. I'm still worried about them finishing into the B side. Unless this peek comes in a little too early, Dodo gets antsy without any control in mid, but there's just a spam shot down on the A side, and that's going to start Ghost considering calling themselves back onto the A side of all things.
The good thing for Ghost is they have very good ultimates left for an execute. Marceline can swap that operator over, dive on in, but Lydia in the corner, she has to be dealt with. That could be the ISO ult, that could be any piece of utility, but something has to stop her from being in this corner.
Well, Eli making plenty of noise. The kill contract doesn't quite connect, and Lydia lights him up for 3. Now Sarah's still alive on backside. They're not going to expect her to be here, but it doesn't matter. Gia holding for that swing to come online. Brings us into a 2-on-2 now. Ghost sort of backed up into the corner here. Not a lot of room to work with. And still some worries mounting about a potential flank. Shopify have really tested the flanks on the retakes. This time, though, it's honest. It's coming straight through the site, and now it's going to be Ghost on the other side of the cove. Way to pop on through, but Noya is there and waiting. No issues to be found from the Viper.
Another excellent lockdown here from Shopify. In this round, they're playing from a man disadvantage, losing Dodo early towards elbow on that swing. But the linchpin of the round was Lydia. She picks the absolute perfect time to go for that swing. As she hears them coming through, as they're waiting to check that corner, she fights into them, takes the initiative, and has a complete shutdown on that play. You know, it's big shoes to fill when you have to step into a roster play for Mel, who's I think really been the face of this team, the face of the scene in a lot of ways. But I've been very impressed with her mechanical ability. Melange, you heard of her?
Huh?
She like won a lot of tournaments. Oh, I might know the Skyrim player.
Oh yeah. No, that checks out. Okay, Eli. That's a way to start off a round. Instantly, though, shot back Lydia with another spam kill. This time, at least she saw the player. But well, the scoreboard looks similar to the last round. This one has a lot more pace behind it. Ghost Gaming plant the spike just over 20 seconds into the round. But two players on the other side of this wall. Ghost Gaming throw up that wall just to bide their time, reposition a player back into main. But it's still uncomfortable for Ghost. With just 3 left alive, Vanitas is not in a position where you can comfortably rip the Hunter's Fury. Especially not once this cove drops down. Shopify break it. Eli gets that kill out from main. And just holding this cross. It's going to have to come down to Eli to stop these players from getting around the corner. 3 kills into the round. How many times has Eli stepped up, and how many times has Noya made it not even matter? One more for Shopify. Again, down to the bitter end. This team will take the defuse and the round.
1.4 seconds this time, little closer, but the patience that Shopify displayed in that retake was so good. A lesser team is going to see that amount of util go up, hear that timer ticking, and rush their retake. But not Shopify. They wait for it to fade. They have a great approach to the 2-on-2 with the jump peek around the corner, timed with both Sarah and Noya. And they managed to lock in an 8th round. It looks like they've completely wiped away the issues from the first series against this team. The late rounds of team fighting is good. The early rounds are decisive in their approach. This is a Shopify that is going to be tough to take down, a tough series to recover in for Ghost. These last couple rounds now, they still have some ults. They have a bit of a half-buy here, but maybe, well, I was going to say the ult could do something, but that Kaona perfectly timed to let the shield run down.
Eli has been that X factor many times, but you see Sarah playing just on the outer range of that ability. Sari comes in through mid. That'll be a couple of kills once again. It's mayhem here. Lydia on 14 health will eventually get cornered down and taken out, and now Ghost finally can set up for a post plant up numbers.
This should be the one that they win. Vanitas has the ult. It's only 2 players on this retake and ample time to reposition into strong spots.
Dodo still got the operator. And Noya ready to flush that corner out. Sari ticking down, and Noya brings it down to just 1. Not wasting a moment here. She charges in again. Noya keeps it going. It's not a good plant. Yeah, where's the Hunter's Fury going to come in? It's already a half stick. And no damage taken. Dodo could full stick this. Eli's got to sprint forward and stop the defuse, but it won't be had. A botched post plant from Ghost that Noya takes complete advantage of.
That's an absolute disaster for Ghost Gaming. The best chance that they've had to win a round so far in this map. And the plant, not good for main. An over-reliance on thinking that Hunter's Fury would buy them time to set up a fight. But credit to Shopify, they play that retake so well. Isolating the fights first with the Molly for Noya, then the Cloudburst to get across and nullify the main players. For that bad plant, giving them the chance back in.
Well, finally an early mid-fight from Ghost, sliding up with the stun, and even then, Dodo just fully tanks the stun, hits the shot, doesn't even dash away because she wants a little bit more. 3 kills in the blink of an eye. Ghost have been completely stunned in mid by Shopify's Duelist. Now the spike left stranded in the open. Ghost have really tried to pick up the pace in these last couple of rounds. But it has been punished, and Dodo Nut will secure a 4th kill to end this round.
Honestly, just a disgusting round from Dodo here. I cannot believe after getting the first kill there, first of all, that she gets it. Second of all, that she just doesn't leave. She had her dash prime that entire time and chooses to stay, chooses to fight, and completely shuts them down. And if it wasn't any of the rounds before, I think that series of losing the 4-on-2 into the Dodo 4K round, it just looks like it's Lotus time.
Yeah, it might be regret that you made Shopify mad in the first place by beating them in the opening round, because they've completely locked in and are now not giving you any room to breathe. 10-1 the scoreline. Ghost Gaming forced up onto Spectres and whatnot. Still a pit for the post, and Eli continues to impress. This time, traded out by Lydia. He's been fantastic at finding these return kills. I feel like Ghost have almost always had the first kill in the round. Lydia quickly equalized, and now is skirting the outer edge of this pit. Has wrapped completely around. Now looking for a moment to slip on in. Gotta be worried about that corner. It's not going to be easy, especially with Gia holding, but there's Lydia. The timing into the smoke is perfect from the Smokes player. Guarding her teammates, seeing them out, Shopify Rebellion will only yield a single round in this first half.
That's another miscalculation in the way that Ghost is playing the post plant. Sure, the Viper's Pit can be strong for stalling late round, but when practically the whole enemy team is still alive, and you're giving that space to encircle you and fight into the pit from multiple angles, it's just not good enough. Shopify is going to set up together, they're going to swing into that, and they look great doing so. This is a coordinated Shopify, and I don't know, is this like speedrun territory now with this map of Breeze? I feel like we've been going for like 20 minutes, and it's already 11-1.
No, straight up, like the last time that I was like, Shopify, like, kind of botched that one a little bit, was like round 2 that they still ended up winning, you know? But they only carried 1 gun over, and you think like, okay, if that round 2 had been clean,
dude, they might have won the bonus.
Noya
I'm not
got
gonna lie.
a few. Like if Noya had a gun, she wins that clutch 2v4 or whatever it was. Could have been a whole different story. Interesting to see
There's
Ghost here on the
certainly
pistol trying to get aggro.
Yeah, there was definitely a 13-0 timeline. Let's see if there's a 13-1 timeline. Big pistol here.
Let's see if there's an 11-2 timeline first. I think that would be the most compelling for me. Not looking so likely. Yeah. Eli's still in this one. Hey, at least, you know, Shopify, they still have to recover the spike, maybe?
It's behind their Viper. They're just going to fight together.
They're pretty low. Eli could do it. Eli's gotten 4 before, but again, it's just shy of what Ghost need. I can't remember the last time I watched a player that, like, needed... Like, that was, like, playing like this, almost single-handedly winning 3, 4, 5 rounds for the team, but just needs 1 more kill, please, and Ghost have, like, a close scoreline this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, credit to Eli. They've gotten a lot of these rounds super close, but close certainly hasn't cut it. I don't know. There's something about when you beat this team early, you just piss them off. They've been running 500 laps around Breeze in the interim. They've locked in. And now they're looking for a 13-1. Did that one just
is that the Alexis IGL style? Is that we run laps?
Boy.
Okay, look, Eli, again, the only person with a gun. Truly, apart from these sheriffs. And now stepping up. It's been full steam ahead from Ghost on the defensive side, but even if that early fight went their way, now it's that stinger right click trying to slide with. It's just not looking too pretty.
Guys, it's a 3v2. We might be overfighting a little bit.
It's possible. But at some point, you just kind of want to either get back in the game by running at him or end this one quickly. Good work out from Eli, but again, 3 kills. See if there will finally be that extra one donated over, and Sarah will deliver. Finally giving Eli that support and getting Ghost to second round.
We're so back. Rounds doubled. Big work from Ghost.
It's a huge 3.
Yeah. to cut the lead to 10.
No, I was talking about Noya's KD.
Oh.
Yeah. Literally
a huge 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're just 21-7 right now. Now, unfortunately, by losing this round, Noya's KD very likely gets slashed. You know, no sheriff this time. It's a save round.
Tragic.
I would condone her saving the classic here to preserve her KD.
You would condone that?
I would condone
what, like
that.
you want her to like die to the spike so it doesn't count as a real death?
No, I would say just like find a pretty place to hide. By the way, what is
what
Alexis
am I saying?
doing?
She's on attack.
Did you see what Alexis is doing?
Yeah, I'm
trying to
losing
sell a
my
little
mind.
like fake with that. You can pop out from anywhere behind that wall, and well, actually, Noya's KD has gotten better. Believe it or not.
Chrissy,
22
you're
and 7
joking,
now.
and Shopify might be winning this echo. Okay,
Does she
that's
win
maybe
the 1v1? Classic
overkill.
versus ISO shield. No, stop it, Noya, don't. Okay, it's all good. There was a chance, but it didn't happen. It's all good. Ghost Gaming, they've got the numbers, they've got the guns. And they're gonna have these kills too. Vanitas collects a couple. Godonut will eventually fall down here. 3 for Vanitas on the round. And Ghost Gaming continue this inch forward.
Yeah, I don't see what you're making such a big thing about.
Did I
They win
get
those,
excited
it's fine.
at some point? I don't remember
No,
that
it's
happening.
fine.
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
I
They clean those
famously doubt Noya all the time.
Often. Alrighty.
By the way,
Shopify
look
have
at
guns.
Eli
Here's
with
the tough one.
18 kills. Like Noya's having an insane game, but Eli's like, yeah, I'm also here.
I mean, credit to them. Like the mech has looked super good for Eli. I've been a fan so far. I like putting them on the ISO. I don't think it's the best comp on this map, but I think when you have a player who's as confident as they are, it's been working out. Ish.
I'm an ISO believer on Breeze.
Yeah.
Especially
I
if you
think
know-
the undercut, since the buff where it has the suppression now, is like really good. And since T1 won Bangkok abusing that, everyone kind of forgot, I feel like. But I actually think the agent is still good.
It's nice to stop either like trap plays with the undercut or just like what I was talking about earlier with the anti-op stuff. I think if you know you're playing against a team that's like going to be jetting on this map, I think versus like Neon teams, I'm less compelled necessarily, but versus like those chamber teams, big fan.
Take flight.
Good news about Neon, kind of no one is still playing her that much, except for seemingly Marceline, who is stuck to her guns.
Over in the corner A main, but I think that Sarah's not gonna full pop there. Dodo the
She
undercut
can't dash.
forward and gets cut down on the molly. So there you see it on full display. Nice little util piece out from Eli and Sari.
And in situations like that, it's legitimately better than a KO knife because it pops instantly the second it hits you.
Yeah. KO knife, you probably have the time to actually
30
activate that
seconds left.
dash when you hear it
Yep.
coming in.
Dropped one.
All right, Ghost.
Working mid too.
Nice shutdown on B main. Good pick in mid. What? Give
I
me
feel
a
like-
number. When do you start like feeling something about this game?
I'm already feeling something about this game. I would say I'm less here for a number, and I'm more
seconds
here
left.
for Ghost Gaming. Like, I need you to win 6 or 7 rounds
Sure.
just for like the mental boost heading into Lotus. Like, I don't
Yeah.
actually believe in a comeback, but I could believe in a series if they can string some together
If we
now,
get a
like
nice
honest
little
rounds.
fake comeback here.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked good versus Shopify on Lotus last time. They're 5-0 on that map. It's been pretty sick.
I mean,
for them.
look, Shopify have yet to win a rifle round on attack. I think they might be cooked.
Maybe.
No?
You're preying on the downfall pretty early, but I guess there's no better time to buy in.
You two could buy into Rudy's Record Shack.
You're
This
not even
round
gonna
brought
like
to you
sell
by
me your
Rudy's
thing.
Record Shack.
I don't think they're a sponsor.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, they could be sponsors. You know, if Ghost win this round, they're officially sponsors of the fake comeback. Okay.
It says the sponsors in the top right. Like rotates through the middle.
Well, I don't know if they're officially sponsors of the fake comeback or not. I don't know if I have that kind of power. I don't know if Ghost Gaming have that kind of power yet. Sarah, a little whiffy there at the start.
And pretty
And
bad
by the way,
for Ghost.
Shopify are just now in spawn, it would seem. Dodonut on a full walk down. And a chance to potentially catch Gia in transition here. Over in B main, Noya will fall. And there you go. Dodonut cuts that player down. The spike, by the way, was never planted. I think Shopify was trying to run that one out all the way around the world over to the B side. Where the space Dono had gained. And now Dodo realizes there could be another player back in mid. There could be players all over this site, especially now that Go is about to fall down. And there's Marceline. This gaming will take yet another.
There you go. That was a really crazy round from Shopify, going all the way up through spawn, and then with the players still being in main, the second they call that rotation and the spike drops, it could have gone the other way as well early there if Sarah's able to get that second frag. All in all, Ghost starting to warm up a little bit in the second half. That energy back. Do you think Khaleesi is like her official title now? It's still Marceline in the HUD, and I've always known her as Marceline.
No, I believe Khaleesi's the title. It is just the true Game of Thrones thing where you have like a million names that you can go with.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of fun.
I feel like that's like the lore accurate way to go about this. We'll see though, because it's a little bit weird because, you know, I was expecting Marceline to have a better start to the show than the ending, but so far...
She definitely had impact later in the show, though.
She had impact. We'll see if Marceline is going to have that same impact as we close in on the end of this map. Yeah, by the way, Sarah just knocked out in one punch via that undercut.
Yeah, the vulnerability. And there's Sarah with a good kill on the other side as well.
I've been pretty impressed with this hold. Now the operator getting involved in mid too. I think Ghosts have gotten a lot of these mid picks consistently throughout the rounds. That's forced Shopify to play a lot more aggressive. Try to step forward on a crazy walk down. Look at that. 3 out of Noya. And now Eli chunked down to 5 HP. Dodo made a glide out with the knives. Just needs one to connect and one more to finish this map. Falling back for now. Hides away from the dart. Now waiting to strike. It is beautiful. The Red Bull clutch from Dodonut will bring this first map to a close.